Welcome to the news brief. I'm TD Naturally. So, at the top of the headlines today, Trump is ramping up tariffs on Canada again. He's now imposing 50%
Oh
tariff on a
no!
wide range of Canadian goods, including dairy, alcohol, cars, and other goods from Canada. And according to Trump in the White House, the reason for the tariffs on Canada is the unfair treatment of the U.S. Take a listen.
On your tariffs last night, the Canada tariffs. One, are those a response to the wildfires in?
No. That's separate. We're looking at that separately.
And what is there anything Canada
It's only
can do?
response to the way they've treated our farmers and our people. Yeah. Canada's been very, very tough on us over the years, for many years, and no other president's done anything about it. I love Canada. I love the people of Canada. Many friends that live in Canada, but their leadership from Trudeau to the current leadership, I mean, in all fairness to them, they need us to survive. Without us, there's no way they can survive. So, but they've been very, very tough over a period of the last 50 years, actually.
Is there anything
Syria. Tony Murad at the CITV from Lebanon. Do you still support Syria entering Lebanon to disarm Hezbollah?
You mean coming in and doing something with Hezbollah?
Yes.
Well, it's a concept. You know, we get along very well with the president of Syria. He's done a very good job. I wouldn't be surprised if this gentleman's going to do a job just like that. He's done a very good job. He's pulled Syria together. He would like to come in and do something with Hezbollah. You know, they've been fighting. He's been fighting Hezbollah for a long time. I think it'd be very effective. So it's something I think of.
On tariffs, you increased the tariffs on Canada yesterday. Can you say if you still expect to impose tariffs on the wildfire problem? And can you say when you might impose 301?
A lot of damage has been done. They're not managing their forests properly, and the wind has a tendency to blow right over New York City, right over, you saw Detroit, they had to close the whole place. Michigan was really affected. They had to close businesses for 4 days. It's very serious what they're doing, and they don't seem to be able to do anything about it. If they managed their forests, they wouldn't have the fires.
On the contrary, the Prime Minister of Canada is saying that the tariffs are in direct violation of the agreement that the U.S., Mexico, and Canada had already in place. Take a listen.
Intention in 30 days to launch the latest, what is a series of trade actions against Canada in violation of our agreement, CUSMA, with the United States and Mexico. And I want to put this in a bit of perspective, then answer a couple questions. The first is that in response to these actions, this began over 18 months ago. Canadians from coast to coast to coast have stood together. The federal government, provincial government, labor, business, Canadians themselves, uniting, focusing on what we can control, building strength here at home, supporting each other, buying Canadian, and diversifying partnerships abroad. We've signed more than 20 economic and security partnerships internationally. Investments picking up, machinery and equipment's picking up, economy's picking up. We're growing jobs at twice the rate in the United States, with the fastest growth in foreign direct investment, investor confidence in Canada in over 2 decades, twice the rate of other countries. In the G7, we're projected to have the second fastest growth in the G7, not just this year, but next year going forward. So the country is stronger. We're stronger because we're united, and we will remain united. I will be speaking with the premiers later this afternoon. I'll be meeting with them tomorrow. Minister LeBlanc will convene the Canada-U.S. Advisory Council later this afternoon. Earlier this morning, and I would say as well that throughout this time we have made a series of comprehensive and detailed proposals about how to modernize CUSMA, recognizing the transition that the U.S. is underway in the international and all its trading relationships, including with Canada and Mexico. I spoke with President Trump earlier this morning. We agreed to intensify negotiations in the coming weeks, and the team and myself look forward to doing that. As always, Canadians, governments, business, labor will stand together to build Canada strong and to have a trading relationship with our North American partners that benefits everyone.
Okay, so I really don't think these tariff wars is the answer to negotiating deals. Let's get that out the way. And it seems like Trump is using it like a loaded pow pow, if you know what I mean, to get his way with the things he wants from different countries. And really, all that's doing is driving the inflation up more, making it even harder for the average person to live. And you know what? Maybe that's the aim when you think about it. Let's have a little Bible chat for a moment. Let's visit some scriptures right quick. Before I do that, let's just take a look at some people telling you that the struggle is real. I mean, everyone's feeling the strain. Take a listen.
This economy is so bad. $33 for toilet paper? We can't even afford to shit.
Found it. It's $21.99 for one expo marker.
Let me go sell the car.
$40.60 for a fruit tray. Yeah, that's staying on the shelf.
I know they lying. $13.99 for a goddamn watermelon.
Oh, let's see how much it's gonna be now that it's freaking $3.50 a gallon. And I just freaking finished filling up my tank. $175? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Oh, let's see how much it's gonna be now that it's freaking $3.
I'm out here risking lung cancer just to go to the grocery store because there's all this smoke in the air. But I just left out the grocery store with one bag of groceries and it cost me $100 or $91. I ain't even buy nothing serious. Look at this. There's my one bag of groceries, right? And look at this bill. Look at this bill. Look at that. Look at that. $91. Here's a list of things. It ain't even that serious. I got tuna fish. I got mayo. I got some burger buns. Why is this $91?
And I think what's so frustrating is that the politicians keep hooting, hollering, and screaming that capitalism somehow is a great thing. Capitalism, schmapitalism. They need to put regulations on these companies. They need to put regulations on goods. Certain goods can't be a certain price based off of the minimum wage that we have. Because the minimum wage is the same that it's been since 20 years ago. I was a kid in college and it's still the same minimum wage now. But the price of everything has gone up. It seems impractical. It seems dumb. I think anybody looking at the numbers would say, well, this doesn't work. Then we need to make a change. So I don't understand why people aren't getting madder at their representatives and saying, y'all need to do something about these prices. You need to regulate these companies. We don't care about capitalism anymore. You need to make sure they are not overcharging us. Because even if they raise wages, it's not going to stop these companies from them saying, oh, well, they gave everybody raises. Let's raise our prices even more. No, they need to put caps on goods. They need to put caps on services. They need to put a cap on how much people can charge. Because right now, it's a runaway train. And I don't see how these billionaires and these millionaires don't see it. Eventually, the people buying your stuff won't be able to buy it anymore or won't be able to buy as much of it. So your money's going to go down. Oh, we'll just raise our prices again. Then eventually, they just won't be able to buy anything. So I don't understand what is happening anymore, how it makes sense. I just feel like I'm in bizarro world, but that's my sadness. And I have to go brave the air again because, the air is trying to kill us now because of wildfires in another country. And another video for that. Y'all have a good day.
So to add on to what the last person was saying, he makes a great point, which is a good way to segue into this Bible chat. And his point being that the rich companies are so busy profiting off of the inflation tactics that they're doing to us that they're failing to realize in the scheme of things that at some point the inflation will affect their business to the degree where the people who are buying their products won't be able to buy them anymore. On the back end of things, they're going to lose out. They're going to lose money and a whole bunch of other things. Boy, I tell you, greed is a hell of a drug. It's actually a hell of a demon. And it will destroy itself. So just know what you're looking at. And think about this. This is the scripture that I want to look at. Perhaps this is the groundwork that's being laid, for this particular scripture that I'm about to read. Revelation 13:16. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Again, perhaps these tariff tactics is the groundwork for this prophecy to unfold. Basically, we're feeling the crunch now, but they're going to feel it later. So in a sense, they're being tricked to think that this is not going to affect them, but it will. If you know, you know. But I think when the economy gets down far enough, the mark will be issued. And also, if you notice, the orange man is really strategizing using the tariffs. So much, in fact, he's trying a new way this time to use tariff because the first time he used it, it was blocked. Several of the tariffs were blocked. So he's going to try maneuver different ways to be able to do this tariff thing because that is his strategy. He's said it many times before. Remember when he said this?
One of the first executive orders I signed upon taking office was to restore the principle of merit. That's the most important word, other than the word tariff. I love tariffs. Most beautiful word. But I'm not allowed to say that anymore. I said tariff is my favorite word. I love the word tariff. You know, we're becoming rich as hell. We have a big case in front of the Supreme Court, but I can't imagine. Because this is what other nations have done to us. And we have, great legal grounds. But you still have a case. It would be very bad if something happened. But I said, my favorite word in the English dictionary is the word tariff. And people thought that was strange. And the fake news came over and they really hit me hard on it. They said, what about love? What about religion? What about God? What about wife, family? I got killed when I said tariff is my favorite word. So I changed it. It's now my 5th favorite word. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But they hit me hard. But it is. I mean, when you look at, we've taken in trillions of dollars. We're rich again. And there'll never be, when we finish this out, there'll never be any wealth like what we have. Other countries were taking advantage of us for years and years. You know that better than anybody. And now we're treating them fairly. But the money coming in is, we've never seen anything like it. The other day they had $31 billion that they found, $31 billion. So we found $31 billion and we're not sure from where it came. A gentleman came in, a financial guy. I said, well, what does that mean? He said, we don't know where it came. I said, check the tariff shelf. No, sir, the tariffs haven't started in that sector yet. I said, yes, they have. They started 7 weeks ago. Check it. Comes back 20 minutes later. Sir, you're right. It came from tariffs. $31 billion. That's enough to buy a lot of battleships, Admiral, to use an old term. I think we should maybe start thinking about battleships, by the way.
Okay, so that's what I think. What do you guys think? Do you all think that the tariffs are being deliberately used to collapse the economy? Let me know something. Put a 7 down in the comments if you think so. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm TD Naturally, and this has been the News Brief. Be sure to like and share the video.